Welcome to the online course in business emailing. During the following 12 lessons, we're going to look at different aspects of writing professional business emails in English, as well as revise some essential grammar points. But before we consider how to become an expert at business emails in English, let's learn some key terminology connected with emailing. Obviously, the vocabulary used in the main body of your emails largely depends not only on the purpose of writing, but also on the sphere you're working in. A marketing specialist at a confectionery will use the vocabulary absolutely different from that who works in a courier delivery services company. That's why it is impossible to make a full list of vocabulary that will satisfy everyone. Having said this, we can definitely talk about general emailing vocabulary that you might need to include in your messages, regardless the type of your company. The word that you're going to hear a lot during this course is obviously email. It is an abbreviation from the phrase electronic mail, which, as we all know, refers to a letter sent via the internet rather than by post. With time, we have started to use the word email to talk about the action of sending a message to somebody by email. Next two words that are closely associated with emailing are to send and to receive. Pay attention that you can send something to somebody, as in the first example, sending our price list to you, but also send somebody something. So when a person, that is somebody, comes first, there is no need to use prepositions. If you send somebody an email, we call this person a sender. While if you have received an email from your colleague or business partner, you become the recipient. To describe the whole process of writing and receiving emails, we can use the verb to correspond. And as the result, all the letters sent and received are called correspondence. Have you ever been included in an email thread? Which means that you have received an email in which you can see previous emails and replies of all the recipients involved in the correspondence. When you receive an email and pass it without any changes to another recipient, you forward it. Do you remember the verb to send? As we follow the same logic here, when somebody comes before something, you don't need preposition to. I'm forwarding you the email. If you no longer need certain emails in your inbox, you can delete them. That means removing it from your computer. If you have additional files or documents that you would like to send together with your email, you can attach them to your email. If you are sending your letter by post, we use the verb to enclose rather than to attach. A file or document attached to your email that is sent together with it is called an attachment. There are several things you can do with an attachment. You can send a document in the attachment. You can open an attachment that you have received from somebody, or an email may contain an attachment. When you want to send somebody a copy of an email intended for somebody else, you can copy them in on the message. Do you know how our phrases similar to copy in on are called in English? A combination of a verb and preposition, or sometimes even several prepositions, is what we call a phrasal verb. They are very common in English, and using them in your speech or writing makes you sound like a native speaker. In case you need to send several files that are too big for an email message, you can zip them using a special computer program. Another way of saying this is to compress a file. When you received zipped files, you need to uncompress or unzip them to be able to look through them. This is the action we do all the time when on the internet. So when an email message is too long and doesn't fit on the screen of your computer, you need to scroll down to see the next part of it. If you're working, let's say, in sales, you might need to send the same email message to a large number of recipients. To do that, you can create a mailing list, which includes all the email addresses to which you would like to email regularly. So this is the essential emailing vocabulary you will definitely come across when dealing with emails in English. Complete the test to see how much emailing vocabulary you remember, and don't forget to look through the grammar section of this lesson. See you!